Aloha, friends and neighbors. Welcome. Thanks for tuning me in. This is Astrology, Ancient Science in the Modern World. Attempting to open your mind a bit about what's up above and what's below and their relationship. It's not an easy task. There's a lot of shabai about astrology, but we try to wade through it and have some fun here. What I have in mind for you today is I'm going hunting for the hurricane. I want to see if there's any hurricanes in the future for Hawaii. So it amounts to quite a lot of work, and I figure that in order to do that, I better do the sky mirror first so I don't short you on the sky mirror for the next 10 days. And then we'll launch ourselves at the Hawaiian Islands and the weather for the next 6 months. It'll be fun. Come on, let's go. This is weird. I'm here on the 17th, and I'll show you the astrocartography. But see this little thing here is Formosa, and what you see going by, this big orange raspberry blob, is a hurricane going by the southern western side of Formosa. Okay, here's the astrocartography shot of the first quarter moon on July 15th, just 2 days ago. And here is the Uranus on the descendant line. This is the kind of thing that scares you. It's a solid line. You see where it's going? Right up. Where am I? Yeah, there it is. It says Hong Kong's over here. But that little island you see there? That's Formosa. Yeah, so on the 15th we had a moon signal hurricane. This is the Uranus-Mercury square. This is Mercury here, and here's Uranus. And you saw the hurricanes going by there. They're just barely recovering right now, probably. Okay, here's a little better look at it. You can see the island of Formosa there, and this is a water vapor. And you can see that little hurricane, and it's at the bottom of Formosa right now. It's going to go up that right side, see? So here's an example of the astrocartography. Hey, let's take a look at what's coming up in the sky mirror. What's coming up for your next 10 days? If you're watching the show on Thursday, August 15th, let's see what's happening up there. Okay, here's our pattern, and this is a well-known figure. See the big, they call it a grand cross. So what's happened is Jupiter is here. It's lined up with our Uranus-Pluto square, and towards the end of your next week, Venus moves up here, and she lines up with it. And everybody's sitting here at 9, 10, 11 degrees of cardinal signs, stressing out. Venus will probably be the victim as we go along. Anyway, we're going to run the moon around the edge of this pattern, and as the moon makes angles to the actors on the stage, it gives us the mood of the times. It's not your chart, you know. So you could be a little earlier, a little bit late. This is a generic chart. If you were in a football stadium with 5,000 people, they would behave this way. They all average out. So on Friday, the first part of the day, the moon's in Sagittarius. Feels pretty good. Friday morning, there's a nice trine to the sun, and we got ambitions, and we're going to go get things done. A word to the wise is Friday night. After dinner, the moon shifts into Capricorn, and it opposes Venus. So Friday, Venus's day, there's not much Venus going on. She's not in the mood for pleasure. You'll find you can't get no satisfaction. You might as well stay serious, because there is a nice sextile to Saturn here. Now this is like midnight Friday, 1 or 2 in the morning Saturday, August 17th. And there's some kind of plan forming. There's a sextile to Neptune. It's inspired, but I'm not sure you want to go and pour cement on it quite yet, because as Saturday goes on, It changes quite a lot. So it all starts at 9 degrees. That's sometime after breakfast around the morning. You'll feel a sense of panic or power. I'm going to control this. Shoot them all. It's a radical thing. You feel kind of radical. That's a sign the moon's going by Pluto. And you'd be a little bit on your guard because, a few hours after that, around the middle of the day and in the afternoon, here's the square to Uranus. And suddenly the batteries fail and the power's out and we're all alone. And what happened to all that powerful feeling we had earlier? Well, it really wasn't there. It's an opposition to Jupiter. Nobody wants to do this. What, build more bombs? Seemed like a good idea this morning. Anyway, it remains that way pretty much as you go through Saturday with the moon in Capricorn. It's still in Capricorn Sunday, well up to about dinner time. And here, breakfast to lunchtime is a nasty opposition to Mars. And we're angry and we're impatient. And things didn't work out here with our plans Saturday, and we're kind of ticked off about it all here on Sunday. Sunday after dinner on 8/18, there is a nice trine to Venus, though. So Sunday night, there's some pleasure, there's some sweets, good time to take it easy. Monday morning, difficult morning. Yeah, there's a square to Saturn. Everybody's late, can't help it. Everybody's a little depressed. Kind of a sour Monday morning. The moon's in Aquarius, huh? It gets better after lunch because there's a sextile to Uranus. Time to open up your mind. Everybody feels down, huh? Yeah, a little brotherhood comes along. It's the medicine that you need sometimes for depression. We get too much into ourselves, don't we? Think it's all about ourselves. And realize that the rest of humanity is, what did the Mayans say? In la catch, I am another you. Woo! Might help a little bit the last half of Monday. August 20th on Tuesday, difficult day until you get past dinner. There's an opposition to Mercury, trouble communicating here between breakfast and lunch. And then we hit that nasty old opposition to the sun. Here's our full moon point. It's happening at 28 Aquarius. Not so much fun, and the lunacy is around, and people are making difficulties. And the moon's going to hit Neptune here late Tuesday night, and you'll either be very confused or you'll be very inspired. I'm not sure which. I didn't know whether to put this passage of the moon going by Neptune in red or in blue. See, I couldn't decide. There are good doctor, priest, artists out there. There's good inspiration. Yes, Mother Mary is there. But follow up after the passage is a nice trine to Saturn, sextile to Pluto, trine to Jupiter all day Wednesday, it seems. Some healing, some religious inspiration occurred here late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, and things feel better on Wednesday with the moon in Pisces. The moon stays in Pisces through Thursday, and Thursday afternoon, just after lunch, in fact, here there's a nice trine to Mars. You can get physical stuff done. You can get out there and do the chores and exercise and feel like the hero. And then here after dinner, the moon shifts from Pisces, a water sign, a mutable water, into Aries, a cardinal fire, and all the vibes change. And you notice that a lot of our troubles that we had on Saturdays are kind of creeping backwards into Friday now. Yep. Starts with a square to Venus in the morning, Friday morning. No sweets there, no rest. Might as well get up early and go after it. There's going to be problems on Friday. There's a little panic on Friday afternoon and evening with the square to Pluto. And as you go into after dinner time, the conjunction to Uranus could leave you, could leave you a little bit shaky, shaky. As the moon goes by Uranus, it squares Jupiter, it opposes Venus, sets off the Grand Cross we began talking about here. And so this is not an easy time, and particularly a time to keep your daughter home. on Friday night, the 23rd, because stuff's going to happen and people are going to get stuck and they're not going to be in their comfort zone. And when the shaking comes down, Venus is one of the people that's going to take the problem, take the hit, so to speak. So, high winds, tell those girls, get underneath their desk, could be earthquakes, whatever it is, weird people, and no time to be out Friday. Stay home. Saturday, you're calming down a little bit, but something, you still haven't calmed down, absolutely. Here's Mars. Here's a square to Mars. We're stuck with anger and impatience, and we're not getting the job done Saturday night. Moon's in late Aries. It shifts into Taurus on Sunday, August 25th, and the vibes change again. Starts with a nice trine to the sun, and you could feel pretty good about a plan, but when you get to the middle of the day, Sunday, here's an opposition to Saturn, and I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, the laws are against me, why are all these rules here? You don't like Saturn much. Moon opposing it from Taurus. There's power and control issues here. Yeah, they happen in the evening of Sunday, the 25th. And then here's the South Node, just sucking up nurturing. We all feel like we need help. What's this world coming to? I need some comfort food. Sunday evening with the moon in Taurus. Feels better about midnight to 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. There's sextile to Jupiter. You could have some laughs Sunday night. Stay up. It's probably worth the laughs. Not too bad on Monday morning. You don't laugh, it's hard on your health. Okay, we're going to talk about the weather and astrocartography. Before I get started, I just wanted to point out to you that that hurricane going by the southern part of Formosa was an easy call because Uranus went through there and Mercury, and they're in square, and I've been talking about that square for a while. And Uranus stationed. When Uranus stops 20 days on either side, the tendency to spin and quake is very strong. That's the real symptom. So the Formosan thing was a real easy call for me. I just picked the lunation that was closest to it on the 15th, and here was Uranus stationing, and whoa, easy, huh? Some of the stuff we're about to get into isn't quite as easy. But I'm showing you this because the tendency to quake and spin is what Uranus does. It's a symptom, see? Really is. It's a symptom. And that's what we pick up with astrology. That's what I'd find in your chart if I was doing chart work for you. So I went through some of this stuff before, and in a way I'm revisiting it. Is there going to be a hurricane for Hawaii in 2013? And I said no. But here's what I found along the way. Each date is followed by a month of whatever is predicted. Often things start on or about the day of the lunation I'm giving you. But sometimes it takes a month or 2 or 3. So here I got a little schedule. I picked out the stuff that was really important. And when I go back and look at it in terms of being the symptom, not the cause,